Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. And this watch is an extraordinary piece, a 17-piece limited edition in yellow gold from Moser Cie. You're looking at the 2025 Streamliner Tourbillon Skeleton Boutique Edition, a micro run of 17 pieces for Steven Silver, which collaborated with Moser to open the company's first West Coast boutique in 2025. And so this is a tribute to that partnership. 17 pieces, 40 millimeters in diameter. Taking a quick look, you can see there is a lot going on in profile. 12.3 millimeters thick with a little bit of a recessed case band. Taking a look at the case itself, it's actually a square watch. So what we're going to do to figure out the true lug-to-lug is we're going to measure the first link to its opposite number on the other side. And that makes it a 45.9 millimeter watch lug-to-lug, or link-to-link as it were. Now this much gold is bound to inspire questions about just how hefty it is. And I'm happy to say that if we subtract the tag, this has an all-up mass of 228.36 grams, which for those of us in the colonies is over half a pound. So the watch is massive, but it's not big. On my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, you can see it'll easily fit underneath the cuff. From over the top, it's basically a square watch. The lugs are nowhere near the edge of my wrist, so I think if your wrist is as small as 14 centimeters, you're going to find this is a really easy fit. And very comfortable, balanced from top to bottom. When you have a very heavy watch, it's nice to have a complete bracelet and a clasp to counterweight it so you can wear it loose without any tendency to capsize like a sailboat. The bracelet on the Streamliner is exceptional, and you can see Moser was thoughtful about how it did this enormous mass of gold, because gold is overpowering, and so it was always in the best interests of Moser to find a way to add elegance. And while it's not discreet in any way, adding a satin finish over most surfaces has toned it down just enough that it doesn't seem garish or ill-conceived. We have a few polished accents that set off the satin, and you can see that we do have polished bezels, and we have polished intermediate link profiles, and then we roll around many removable links, as you can see, pins and sleeves, so you need a block and a punch if you want to size this at home, but there are many removable sections, so you're going to get the right size. Double folding clasp, you can see twin trigger action. Press both triggers and it opens up. You can see it's a non-sequential close. Either side can close first. There's the Moser coat of arms and logo, but you want to press both triggers to open it up. It can't open up inadvertently. It is a true sports watch. Global Light ceramic-based lume on the dial and a screw-down crown, 120-meter water resistance. I mentioned the case is lively, and it is. Moser watches usually feature some sort of case flank recess. And so here you have the bezel, the case back, and a satin recess between them with the lip of the case back and the bezel polished. You can see this radial lapping machine design in a tonneau case with an integrated brushed bracelet. The idea on the Streamliner series, which launched in 2020, was to wink and nod at the 1970s. A lot of folks getting into this genre just rip off the Royal Oak or the Nautilus or the Gente Ingénieure. Moser was good in that you can appreciate their references, but it does not plagiarize a specific model. It is its own watch. It stands on its own lugs. It has its own soul. It doesn't bask in reflected glory. Maybe a little bit of an Abel Sport Classic in the bracelet. Omega Lobster Tail, perhaps. Oris Chronoris Star. Maybe a tonneau case Hoyer Chrono. But you could see the references, but it's its own thing. The dial. Flying tourbillon, meaning a tourbillon with no upper bridge to block your view. It's a 1-minute tourbillon that effectively acts as the seconds hand. It's a 3 Hz beat rate, automatic winding with a 72-hour power reserve. I would opine that the tourbillon is the best decorated part of this watch, though with a skeleton dial, it's definitely detailed to a level uncommon on standard Moser watches. Taking a quick look, you can see 2 flat hairsprings, physically identical, pinned 180 degrees apart, so in any position, gravity inevitably causes one to run slow and the other by an equal and opposite margin to run fast in any position instantaneously. That cancels out the effects of gravity on timing. Now, you don't need a tourbillon So you get that effect. You just need the twin hairsprings. The tourbillon here is present for aesthetics, the double hairsprings for chronometry. You can see the open barrel and the coiled mainspring in there, the more tightly coiled around the center, the more tightly wound. 32 millimeter movement with 28 joules. It's a big movement that's properly sized for the case. You can see the keyless works right here. You can see the motion works that drive the hands at center. You can see that it is a shock protected tourbillon, which is surprisingly uncommon even today. Turn it all over, you get a look at the case back of this HMC 814 movement. You can all see this is one of 17 made. We have ceramic ball bearings to improve the winding efficiency. And you can see right here, it is a bidirectional magic lever style pawl-based winding system, very efficient. And of course, here we have a very thoughtful addition that you will not find on other Moser watches, even other Moser watches with this very movement, which is the yellow gold rotor to match the case. Very well done. Anthracite coating on the bridges, which include beveling as well as satination. We have a tourbillon base, which is premised on top and bottom shock protection, which you can see, but also ceramic ball bearings to provide a larger base for the single-sided tourbillon mount. Remember, it's a flying tourbillon, and also reduce friction. It is a gorgeous movement and a watch that offers a surprising amount of versatility. Automatic winding, full bracelet, 120 meters, well loomed. We'll take a quick look at the loom. You can see the Globalite ceramic-based loom in the dark. And with only 17 made, even if you do live in the Bay Area where this edition was originally launched, you'll probably never see another. From Schaffhausen, the German-Swiss folks, and the neighbors to the much larger IWC, hath wrought something fascinating at Moser, and something yellow gold this way comes. Reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.